All right, Little Samson Bubble Room. I understand. I understand the issues that you would be having with this room. I need to turn that down. I'm very sorry. Wow, it's very very loud. That was my bad. All right. So Little Samson Bubble Room, great fun as it is. Quick side notes before I start even talking about what it is that I do for the room, anyways. For starters, I imagine you possibly already know this, but in case you don't, just holding up when you jump onto ceilings, he will automatically jump. I assume you know this. If you don't, I'm just talking about it. Meanwhile, for walls on the left and right, you have to hit the A button again. If you do not, he will not grab onto it. Nothing. You have to press the A button again. So the timing is very, very fickle, which is the entire reason why my reaction to this room was, I hate this room. This room is stupid. I don't really want to deal with it, because a lot of times you try to make a short hop right here and you wind up missing, or you hop a little bit higher and you fly into the ceiling and you're dead, or you just fail to you could miss the tiny block. You could you can miss it entirely. You can miss the grab onto the block. You could jump too high. It's all stupid. You have to do two of them in rapid succession, which is dumb. Like, if you jump a little bit too high, I imagine, as you know, if you jump a little bit too high, you're in the ceiling, and you die, which sucks. Nobody wants that. So that right there, you don't want to do that. The entire reasoning behind that is why I came up with what I call dragon strats. Oh, and one other quick note before we get there. These double wide, you can see it. It's like 1 character width and 2 character width. These, you don't have to jump at all. KO will automatically hop over these. So, you don't even need to work. So, like, some of these, like, you have to jump over the one that has the slime right there. It's a bit of a given. So you have to jump over this one. But you jump onto that one, you take the damage boost, so you can keep going. Now, this is where dragon strats come into play. You immediately swap over to the dragon, and you jump into the ceiling. You take the damage, but you won't die. And you land on the next platform. Now, you can't jump again, you'll die. But hold right and immediately start hovering again. And you'll wind up landing in between those two. So don't land in between those two. You want to aim for that orange block right there. It's right about when his hover will wind up crapping out on you. So here, over to dragon, jump, hover, land, hover again, 1, 2, and swap back over to KO, who's that much faster. And that's it. That is the entirety of dragon strats. Now, for a timing purposes, the moment I start moving is when I'll hit the timer, okay? So, let's go. And I will stop when I land on that orange platform so you can see the time difference, right? And that's not going to be super accurate because I took that damage right there, so it knocked me backwards. Why did I swap back over? That was, let me show off the dragon strats and not then do the dragon strats. 3, 2, 1, let's go. You know what, let's actually just do KO. That's the name of the mouse, by the way. We're going to do mouse strats at the start right here. So if you can land those short hops, but then you have to do, 2 of those. And if there's a bullet in the way, that sucks if you manage to successfully get all the way through it. This is, again, why I like the dragon strats, because they're just so much more consistent. So 1, you take your short hop, which occasionally that will happen, which is why nobody likes it, so we're not going to deal with that. So walk, jump into him, take your damage boost, keep on going. That's what you want to see. If I had to dodge the bullet, that was just RG stuff. But then from here, it's just you kind of keep going. And, okay, landed on the platform was 1707. Not the best timing, but we'll go with it. So, now we'll show Dragon. So that's standard fare. I probably should have gone to the end of the room just so you could see, I imagine you've seen that enough, right? But Dragon, jump, hop, hold A, land on that one, walk off, hold A after you walk off, and then swap back over to the mouse, and we're there. That one was faster, but there was less RNG stupidity. So mouse can be faster. It usually is faster. Dragon strats mean I'm there. Until I'm at the point where I am actually grinding towards, like, world record pace, which I'm probably not gonna. But that gets me through all of the trouble spots of the hardest room in the game, right? So, I mean, from there, it's just the usual walk that you do through this stage. And I do slight hesitations prior to those spikes because, well, you know, one-hit kill, I don't really feel like... Oh, I flew into a bullet. Oh, that was garbage. So, again, mouse strats can be, in theory, faster. They tend to be faster, especially if your execution is on point, which mine usually isn't. So my reaction most of the time is, I'll do what is consistent and hope the RNG pans out until I get to the point where I have to worry about it. Like there, I managed to make that grab, but more often than not, I'll try for the jump and kind of hope for the best, right? So, I mean, there, right there. The RNG wasn't great, and that was still faster than Dragon, but not by enough so that people who are bad at the game like me can justify saying, yeah, let's always go for the mouse. No. I'm not at the point throughout the entirety of the game where I should always be going for whatever's fastest, because the trade-off is I'm so far behind, there's no point in continuing the run. This offers a level of consistency in the hardest room in the game that lets you get through it. Also, on a similar note, and I don't know if you know about this, and if you do, good, but if you don't, then I'm going to go ahead and do it anyways, is the first zip here. I mean, everybody knows the whole... You have to, you know, you run into the wall, you swap over to the dragon while holding down right, you move back over to KO, and you have to have the precise timing to get that, right? We know that one. Do you know what the backup is? And honestly, for a while, there was a run that was like 20 seconds off the world record. For a while, it was the world record, where you would just go all the way over here, and it's funny to think about, but you do the boneyard, the volcano skip. It's the same thing. You're gonna... I did not mean to do that. You go over to here. You're holding down right. I'm gonna see how much of the controller I can show for this. You already hear the sound. You're holding down right. There you are. You're him. You're gonna up A, and then hopefully not bounce out, which I immediately did. Dragon. Back to him, down left, hold A, and you... Oh, it didn't work. Ah, that was terrible. But it's the same theory as this. You stand up, you're in the corner, you go over to Gom, who has now pushed himself into wrap around, so he's now technically on the left and the right. And then you swap back over to the mouse, and you're over there. Now, that's part one of the backup, but the important thing here is you have to remember that you press right. If you do not press right... You can mash up a whole bunch. And you die right there. So don't do that. You have to press right. So, dragon to him. Dragon, down left, and there you go, and then you're in. You have to press right. So now he's fully on the screen, as you can see. And then you can do the zip like normal. I'm not good at mashing. You can do the zip like normal from there. And there you're at the boss. That's if, like, honestly, if you blow that one there and you pop out, I say just immediately go for the backup because you can. Oh, there we go. And then you're there. Also, fun fact, and this is something that isn't covered in, like, the zip tutorials. Normally they tell you to go up to, like, the grass level. I'm one below it. Now, what's interesting about that is that this still works, but you have to do a full jump. You have to hold it, and then he runs off. If you do not do the full jump... That was smart. That was smart. I did it again! So there we are. So that's the backup. You lost like 5 seconds, right? Okay, so now you go to the grass level, or you're on level with the grass. You can just tap, and then you're set. If you don't do a full jump... If you do a full jump on that one, you're kind of screwed, which is weird. I blew the quick kill. That's fine. If you blow the if you do a high jump on the grass level, it screens the screen up too far, which is dumb. If you don't do a full jump when you're one below the grass, he'll do the same thing he does in the boneyard, where he does the, and then it might work, it might not work. It's weird. Just food for thought about knowing about the backup zip. So there's the zip, and then there's Dragon Strats for the bubble room. We're talking about min-maxing a game where most of us aren't even in like the 930-ish range. I'm not. But go ahead and work on those first, and then hope everything else pans out for you. That's largely what I've been doing. You're probably a hell of a lot better at me than this anyways, but I like showing off Dragon Strats because I feel like they're cool, right? Anyways, that's all I got. So,